We're live.
I've
Good evening, everybody,
Good evening.
and happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Sonic the Hedgehog.
happy birthday, Sonic.
Happy birthday, Ogilvy Morris.
Ogilvy Maurice. Ogilvy Maurice. Yeah. So yeah, today I figured. Uh, 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 Today
All right.
yeah,
Today, in honor of Sonic the Hedgehog's
30 seconds.
32nd anniversary, we are going to be talking about, well, a few different things.
A few different things. Yeah.
It's going to be, well, tier lists.
Yeah, tier lists.
That's what we usually talk about.
Uh, 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 mm, so 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 three in particular. Three things in particular. This be those. Er, yeah, yeah. So I guess we'll start with the wisps.
Wisp tier list seems like it would be the easiest and shortest. Instead of all of these. And well, wisps are generally pretty one note. I mean, hell, none of the wisps were incredible enough to really you weren't getting S tier. Minor spoiler for the list. And these Sonic tier lists range from S to F.
Yeah.
Because like, if the Sonic series is notorious for one thing, it's vast ranges in quality.
Yep, yep. Even the other, even including many facets of many,
which applies to many different facets of the series. Not all anything in Sonic is created equal.
So the Wisps, love them or hate them.
They are a thing that were in for like 3 games.
Okay, yeah, they were in colors or
Lost World and to a degree Forces, but we're not counting the Wispins in this tier list. They were also in a bunch of spin-off, a bunch of mobile games, I think.
Yeah, yeah. You know, mainly they were an excuse. They were there to so they didn't have to have other playable characters.
Yeah,
that was their function, and to replace some additional characters. So, without further ado, let's get started
with F tier.
I guess we're going doing it like that.
Oh, do you want to? Would you rather go in order?
Yes, in order.
All right. Starting with the first wisp you encounter.
The white ones.
The white wisp.
It's the boost.
Boost wisp. Yeah, it.
I don't know how this one's weird.
So it's basically just ranking the boost mechanic.
The guy when it's you and under this function.
And so.
And I guess that's an A.
Yeah,
it's just a bit weird. I just find it a bit weird. The boost, how the boost works is like not consistent.
Yeah.
It was like not consistent throughout the series. In Rush, as you raised your meter, you raised the boost gauge by doing tricks. And Unleashed in Generations, you raised it by it stayed up the more rings. It was powered by rings. In colors and forces, it's by using wisps.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I mean, then there's the Frontiers boost. That's more of just like this. But that doesn't really function the same. That's more just a stamina meter.
Yeah.
But the way, yeah, I mean, this version of the this version is, I guess the boost isn't as spammable.
Well, it's more balanced in that sense.
I guess.
The point is,
Yeah.
fast fun. Fast fun. A tier.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. The laser wisp, the sand and a laser wisp. You can aim it, and yeah, you propel forward or depending on or bounce off walls. All of these specific crystal. The thing is, you don't really have control of it. When you can release it, it's you better get that input right.
Yeah.
You better get the input right if for that shortcut or something. And laser is a.
It's cool.
It's a C tier.
It exists.
Next would be, I think next would be, I think next would be a drill.
Drill probably.
Yeah, I think either drill or rocket.
I guess we'll go drill then rocket.
Yeah, drill is you can go underground under you or if you're or an aquarium park or can move underwater without having to worry about air. You can hold the boost button to move faster. It's fine.
It's pretty neat.
It beat here. Yeah, it's used quite a lot. It's used quite a lot. For finding red rings and shit.
So
rocket, you press the button, you launch upward, and you slowly dive.
I mean, yeah, it's simple. There's not much to it.
Not much to it, yeah. Oh yeah, C tier. That's a C tier.
Cube, right?
Yeah, cube would be next. What the fuck?
It switches platforms.
So arms. Yeah, it switches platforms
and turns them into rings you can collect.
Turns enemies. It can turn enemies into platforms. Arms.
It switches blue rings and blue platforms into one another, and you can collect the blue rings to permanently remove them from the stage.
It's very slow.
Oh, and it's a weird mechanic. It's a weird substitute for what could have just been switches.
Yeah.
It is it's like a P switch, but it's a power up.
Yes.
Up, which is odd.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's really all there is to say. C tier.
Yeah. Oh wait, I probably should have mentioned I should have.
Can you skip Spike?
That would I mean that would be next. I was thinking of the DS ones.
Oh, why don't we go over all the console ones first, then DS?
Okay. So Spike is next up would be Spike.
Yeah.
You can stick to walls and do the spin dash. What the fuck? What? You can do the spin dash here, but not normally. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's just but either way, it's cool. Oh, another B tier. Oh yeah. Starlight. All right. Starlight Carnival also had the hover not really the best in 2D. Even in the few cases where the few times you can use it in 3D, it's pretty fun to it's pretty fun to just fly around. Oh, and you can do the light speed dash only through this. Huh? 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 Why are two of Sonic's core abilities locked behind Wisps?
It's weird.
It's so fucking weird. I can hear that. Ignore the typing sound.
Yeah.
On this is on on the hover, but that aside, hover wisp is pretty fun uh, 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 on on some cases. Now and then there's frenzy, which so you're like a purple Pac-Man.
Yep, pretty much.
I feel like a purple Pac-Man. And it's not it's not great in 3D. It's a bit awkward to control there, but in the, like a 2D section, and I think this one part of this one this one area section on an aquarium park, or this elevator.
Yeah.
Or
shows how frenzy is meant to be used.
It was just devour everything. The big just lines of enemy. And you just get you just get larger and start sucking things in.
So do we cover Ghost or do we cover the DS Wisps next?
We're covering the DS Wisps.
All right, DS Wisps now.
So burst.
Yeah.
First, you can do multiple jumps. Charge it and do an explosive. Do like a massive jump. But it's also used to like interact with the explosives. It's a pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
B tier.
And Void. It's basically the same as.
Frenzy.
Basically the same as Frenzy.
So it also lands an A tier.
Yeah. Now, ouch. Okay, we move on to the Lost World, but oh fuck me.
Yeah, they added a new Wisp.
Colors Ultimate is Colors Ultimate.
Yeah, it added a new Wisp.
It added it's not. It wasn't added. It wasn't
It's
from Team Sonic Racing. In the Jade Ghost Wisp. And I think in TSR it was. I think like the Boo item.
So it's still the enemy's item?
No, it made you invisible.
Made you invisible, let you pass through things?
Yeah, I think that's what so they decided to add it to colors. Did they change the level design and to accommodate for it? Mm-hmm. Yes and no. Yes, but actually no. Oh, so you see, instead they just took they put the Jade the Ghost Wisp sections are just there. They take you into normally out of bounds areas. And they change they slightly change some red, or you get some red rings, mm-hmm. And just so the Jade Wisp could do something. It's stupid. Open it. And you use the I jump to different parts. If they actually bothered to shape, I don't know if this would be a good comparison considering it came out afterwards, but it might be going on a bit of a tangent here, but the new abilities Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe added.
Yeah.
It Mecha and Sand.
They feel natural.
If they feel like they were always there. Their additions make them feel like they were always there. Ghost
feels a bit lazily incorporated.
They just slapped it into we now turned out of bounds areas into sections for this.
Isn't that cool? It's a modified version of Hover.
It's lame.
That homes in on grappling hooks.
It's so lame.
D tier. It's not like
It's not.
atrocious.
It's just
It's just a bit of a disappointment.
very, very.
For disappointment.
Now we move on to Lost Rover. Arguably, they. Oh God, what happened?
Where the worst of the Wisps come from.
For one, why are they here? One, they have no bearing on the plot. They're strictly a gameplay mechanic. And two, oh God, what do I have to say? Oh God, these new ones. Starting with the least offensive, Asteroid. So like you suck up terrain. I think you suck up terrain, and you use that and use this field I use this like field to use this field to like jump higher, and you can also glide during it. It's the most interesting. It's the most interesting in among them, and also like it's the only one that's used like properly, actually used properly.
The orbit.
Yeah, the orbit. You have this
Indigo orbit.
Yeah, Indigo over asteroid.
It's pretty neat.
It's neat.
I like how the stuff around you can be used as a spring to increase your height. Making your jump more effective the more stuff you've absorbed.
Then we jump to the rhythm. No, the Eagle Wisp,
which is underwhelming.
It's like a glide. But
it'd be cool if there was more, or it would be cool if there was more dynamic soaring.
Also, like it's not really that I don't think it's that useful. It's not really that useful. Oh, yeah, it kind of sucks. Yeah. There was something there, but they just don't take advantage of that. At C tier. Moving on, and we have the Magenta Rhythm Wisp. You tap the screen. You tap up these notes. You tap these notes along. Oats to move along, and that's it.
Ironically, it's a bit of a pace breaker to have in a game like Sonic.
And also, you can just completely ignore it.
It's so weird to cram rhythm elements into a completely non-rhythm based game.
Yeah. This is just awful.
E tier.
E tier, yeah. And then there's the Bomb Wisp, which no level actually gives you. You get it from it is like rewards for completing missions.
And it's not particularly fun to use.
You like roll it around, and
it explodes.
Oh, funnily enough, the most use it gets is in the fucking Zelda DLC level,
which is the only level that gives it to you natively.
No, it wasn't natively.
No, you brought that in.
Yeah, I brought that in. And so you can use to like get blow up the floor, or give you, and you get a heart container. But this is it sucks. It's just no ifs ands or buts. It sucks.
Yep.
Then we move on to the 3DS exclusive ones. Do they fare any better? No.
Not at all. In fact, one of them fares the absolute worst.
So there's the Ivory Lightning Wisp.
I don't even know what this one does.
So use the homing attack on these electric circuits. I think you swing from them, If you you're also uh, 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 um, I played several levels with this thing and trying to figure out what it does. It's just strange.
Yeah.
I played several levels with it. Uh, 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 and it's see if I had to. If I had to put it somewhere, I'd put it in C. I don't know. Oh really? Then there's then there's the then there's the Quake Wisp. Do you like forced motion controls? No. Too bad. Yeah, that's what the Quake Wisp is. It's this fucking boulder. You turn to a boulder, roll into enemies. It is. You can. I think you can do a slam attack. It like physically hurts to use. Uzi, no, that's not a good. That's not a good. That's not. That's a sign that you. Oh boy, you fucked up. You fucked up big time. If it actually hurts to use. This is an F tier.
Yeah, this one is just miserable to use.
Mm-hmm. So that was the Wisp list. So moving on to my other one. Moving on to the other Sonic list I have. The other new list. I figured this one would special stages.
Mm-hmm.
Is and oh boy, these are all over the place. Yeah, special stages are all over the damn place in terms of quality. First off, I got up the no comment. The no comment tier. Those
he hasn't experienced these special stages.
Those being the Saturn and PC versions of 3D Blast special stages.
Since he's only been able to play the
Genesis version
of the game. So he can't comment on the other version of the 3D Blast special stages. Everything else, though, he can give an assessment of. Do you want to do this one in F tier, in F to S order? Or do you think you can manage remembering the chronological order of all of these games?
I think we'll just go. I think we'll go to. I think we'll just go lowest to
highest this time.
Yeah.
Let's start with the worst special stage.
Just
There's an F tier.
The ones from we got the one from Heroes. The game I didn't beat.
Yeah.
But I sure experienced those special stages. They're terrible. The controls are messed. The controls are really slippery. You can't fucking yeah, they're just really hard to control. Yeah, it's just really hard to control. I think you gotta like tap the button. Yeah, you collect spheres. Is a boost meter. Or you gotta tap the button and to use it, and it's just oh, yeah, it's bad, and I don't know what else to say. It's bad.
Yeah.
Bad. How about next that net then we got Sonic 4 Episode 1 special stages. So it just is you control the stage.
It's Sonic 1 special stages, but worse.
I didn't think that was possible.
Oh yeah, a bit of a spoiler for Noah's thoughts on Sonic 1 special stages, which we'll get to in a few tiers.
I didn't think that was possible.
Oh, they made the Sonic 1 special stages worse.
You control the stage. There's a time limit now for no reason.
The time limit makes this way more stressful than
There's
it needs to
fucking
be.
bumpers everywhere.
So you barely actually have any control over anything. It's like the most straight up infuriating of the special stages. Because it barely feels like you have any input on it. And you know what else feels like that?
Lost World 3DS.
Yeah. What were these ones like?
Oh, I don't know. You use the gyroscope. They control with you move around with the gyroscope.
Oh dear God.
It's nauseating. And yeah, you gotta collect spheres. Here's within a time limit as well. Oh, and it's just so it physically hurts to do. And it's not really worth it. It's not worth it. Like at all. So in moving upwards to E tier. I don't really know if we define and what these bottom tiers are. And how these I know how these are. We differentiate these.
So which ones are they?
Yeah.
F1s are absolutely are pure misery incarnate, and actively make the game worse by existing. These are the special stages. Is that have the potential to single-handedly ruin the fun of replaying the game.
I mean, these are games that I don't. These are games.
These are games he doesn't like to begin with, but the special stages are quite a big contributing factor. That if these were different Sonic games, he would just not play them out of sheer dread for how miserable the special stages are.
Yeah. Our E tier is E tier.
These suck.
Yeah, they suck.
They're not completely incompetent, but they suck ass. And at least replaying the games isn't completely intolerable because of these special stages. They're just probably some of the least fun parts of those games.
And they're also games I don't. And these are also from games I don't
particularly care for.
Don't particularly like. So starting that off, Sonic CD special stages. I have every time I might play these damn things. It's always a pain in the ass for me. You gotta jump it. You gotta destroy UFOs within the time limit, which also with the time limit drain. The time limit will run out. Will drain. And if you touch, and by 10 seconds if you touch water. so that can really add up. So that adds up. Yeah, that starts to add up. I mean, at the very least, there's a UFO that'll give you extra time if you're starting to run out. But yeah, but these are these are just annoying to play. Eh. Eh, then we have the one and we have the ones in Sonic Blast. They're from Sonic Blast.
Yeah.
I don't think I say more.
Do say more
It's a pre-rendered stage.
though. Is it like a worse version of the Sonic 2 special stages?
I guess like grab rings, but oh god, the depth perception.
And the render distance
Yep.
and stuff.
That's I mean, and yeah, the render distance. It's pretty bad. The ones in advance too. And there's the ones in advance too, where you gotta, I think, chain rings in combos together. Or while being chased by Zero. But he's a non-issue. The real issue is trying to keep the chain together.
Or is the annoying part?
I'm not ranking these. He's on entering them.
But this one also has a really annoying. But this one also sucks to get to.
Yep.
Also sucks to get to.
Collect seven. Collect seven and ring. Collect 7 special rings.
Throughout the
act, which is really hard to do with Advanced 2's level design. I'm kind of actively discouraging in exploration.
It's very linear and doesn't allow it doesn't permit backtracking very often.
Yeah. And then the ones in episode 2. Was it Sonic 4 episode 2? I mean, they're just more annoying half pipes.
Every attempt of the half pipes after Sonic 2 had some kind of glaring issue with them.
They throw these ones are like really strict.
Yeah. There's like one other stage. Other than Sonic, they're like okay, not everyone. There's one that can technically be classified as a half pipe that doesn't suck.
Yeah.
But yeah, they only got it right one other time.
So then there's the ones in a D tier, which
just kind of slightly pace breaking, but not like egregiously offensive or anything.
So those being the Sonic 1 special stages.
They're weird and slow and awkward, but like it's not too hard to learn them.
It's also they're also just a bit of a headache.
A headache to look at. These things are an eyesore. Or they don't actively make Sonic 1 a worse game for their inclusion.
Yeah. The ones in Advance 1.
Yeah.
On the depth perception on the rings is pretty bad. And also, you need to get this trick, do this trick, like this checkpoint or something. It's dumb. Then yeah, that's also in the half pipe format. Uh, 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 then then there's Sonic Rush. They, this game's idea. Yeah, this game's idea. Making hard or special stages, making them harder is you use actually you control Sonic with the stylus. You 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 control Sonic with the fucking stylus. As in, like, the later ones get fucking ridiculous. Like, really precise. Special stage 7 is, like, so annoying. Because they decided to throw spike on fucking bombs everywhere. And also, like, to get more rings, you do like tap up these numbers as an order. There's like a fucking quick time event. They threw a quick time event into the special stage. Age, you don't fucking do that.
Oh, that's just cruel.
Oh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Moving on to C tier. Those certainly are special stages.
Yeah, they exist. These are the forgettable ones, or the ones that invoke no strong feelings.
Sonic Chaos' special stages, well, it's Sonic Chaos.
It's not a very memorable game to begin with.
I think the special stages like change with each. I think they're different with each one.
It's a cool concept, but like a side effect of that is they don't really stick with you.
Ultimately getting them is pretty pointless. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Tails can't even collect Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah. Tails just isn't allowed to do so.
And yeah, they add there's absolutely no reason to play them. And they just change it, they just appear in the ending. Appear in the credits.
Events of the ending don't really change at all, if I recall.
Yeah, no, it's just
that the Chaos Emeralds are there if you get them.
They're just there surrounding the credits as they roll.
Sort of a visual flair congratulating you for getting them, I guess. I mean, it's better than nothing. But like,
God, for fuck's sake, Sonic 1's reward is pretty lame. But at least you got like a cutscene for that.
Added Eggman doesn't laugh at you.
He doesn't. Wait, where the fuck did you get the?
How did he get these?
How'd you get? Don't tell me he went into the special station.
Oh, I remember that.
How'd he get into there?
Thank you, some call me Johnny, for that clip.
Yeah. No, that wasn't.
That wasn't him.
No, that wasn't. Yeah. Yeah. But either way, yeah. The thing is, yeah, they're just entering them is also just collect 100 rings, and there's conveniently ring monitors lined up.
Yeah.
3D Blast.
These are like the most. These are like genuinely the most boring special stages.
They don't change.
It's just walk along a path and maneuver yourself left and right. Grab 50 rings. The amount doesn't change, if I recall correctly.
Grab the rings at each. And also you can collect 50 rings. Things interact with Tails or Knuckles, or both. They both, and then they proceed to steal your. They proceed to steal your rings. Things afterwards. They're so Yeah, they're just incredibly boring special stages. There's nothing to really say about them. Then there are the ones in. Then there's the special stages in chaotics, where you collect a certain amount. You collect a certain a number of spheres. Here's the rings you collected within the stage are age or the time limit.
Interesting.
It's a polygonal. This weird, again, pre-rendered background on my I had multiple system crashes playing these.
No, these fucked with the hardware so bad
Uh,
for some reason.
Yeah, and really, all they do is change the ending. Yeah. And also the chaos rings.
Yeah.
They are never heard from. You never see them again. And yeah, yeah, again, don't really remember them. I don't really remember them. Not really. Yeah, not really that memorable. Then they're the ones in Pocket Adventure. They're the ones in Pocket Adventure. They're just Sonic 2 special stages.
It's slightly worse.
Yeah. And then there's the an equivalent to special stages.
Yeah.
Is Racing Johnny.
In Sonic Rush Adventure.
They're well, I mean when so thing is, you can actually stumble across these in any order. The problem,
They don't scale in difficulty.
they don't scale in difficulty.
It'd be cool if there were 7 access points and it just gave you them in difficulty order.
But no, they're all throughout the map. Up and oh yeah, the game. What the game doesn't tell you is you need to you kind of need to up you. You're supposed to go. This is supposed to be like. You're supposed to do this in like. This is supposed to be like a post game thing you do. Because in the post game you can, and that's where you start. Where collecting the emeralds is relevant. And you have and you can now upgrade your bike. Upgrade your bike. Like so you can actually beat the motherfucker. Because otherwise, it's really it's a bit of a it's a massive difficulty spike. Like otherwise, that's what the material is for. All right. Either way, they're fine. Aside from the difficulty issues, yeah, really. Yeah. Moving on to B tier, decent ones.
Good.
And we have the Sonic 2 special stages. Specifically, the remaster, the remade ones. The ones the retro engine version of these is So they're actually they're actually 3D. Eh, 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 eh. Mm, 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 mm. So you can actually see what so the draw distance is so it's easier to see what's coming. I mean, what's coming. And, yeah, not perfect. They do take a lot of memory. They do take a lot of a lot of memorization. And the seventh special stage is disproportionately easier. Somehow the easiest. This one. And since they like, you can get enough rings within the second part section of it. Yeah, they're pretty decent, and at least the new version of it. And I must emphasize that. Specifically the retro engine version of these special stages is. Then there are the ones in Triple Trouble, which change which I think are sometimes which I think also change them up change up between them, and you can actually get the emeralds with tails this time. Uh, 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 um, yeah, I'd probably recommend playing as tails for them. Do the platforming related ones. And, yeah. And also, I think this is the only time in the game where you actually run into Knack. If I'm correct, that's the only time you run into him. And he's only in the special stages. Isn't that? I just find that really weird. He's like on the cover. He's on the cover of the. He's on the box. Oxbot is only present in one part. That's all I really have to say about the Triple Trouble special stages. Moving on to the ones in Colors DS. Instead of rings, you collect the blue, yellow, and red sphere is in each section. And then there's also like rainbow sphere is that give you additional extra spheres. These are probably the best as special stage Sonic special stages on the DS. But that wasn't saying that's a pretty low bar. Are considering pretty low bar considering in the other two games.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I see that there are a lot more balanced, they're a lot more balanced. And and not much else to say there.
Yeah.
Now, the generation special stages at first glance look like they just look like the same ones from Heroes. They kind of are except way easy, except significant, except they're really easy. Uh, 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 Also, yeah, they just obviously control better, uh, 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 or as they should. Uh, 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 oh yeah, use yeah, just collect those or for your boost gate. And avoid bombs and those electric walls. Uh, uh, mm, Alls that alls. And yeah, they're pretty, very easy. Uh, 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 And now we move up to the top tier. There's not a lot in here. There's not A tier has two entries. Is is the first one being in the ones from Advance 3. You ride the tornado and collect rings and also avoid hazards. There's, fun fact, I actually got all six of I got 6 emeralds on an actual on my original card, but I just could never beat the 7th one. And it wasn't until I had to use save states to beat Special Stage 7. I mean, I think these are easily the best special stages from Dimps. Shocking. Shocking. I know. Fucking Dimp special stage made it this high. I on the list.
Yeah.
And also, I think the way you can retry them by like stockpiling keys. Is yeah, they're actually rather well balanced, and which is very rare. The other one in A tier. The other one in A tier is here is the one is are the ones from Mania. Particularly the base game special stages is not the encore mode ones. And those are stupid. And so it like combines a lot of element. It like combine and element. It kind of combines elements from a lot of other special stages. Is like collecting collecting blue spheres. Is chasing a UFO. Ring. Collecting blue spheres like in Sonic 3. Chasing a UFO. Like in CD. The rings being being your timer, or like, and being able to fall off of them like in Chaotix of all things. I just only think keeping them out is that some of them can be a bit annoying. And You collect spheres to raise your Mach level or to catch up to the UFO. Oh, this has been in your daily bok choy interruption.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Hello there. Today. Hi. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just talking about special stages. Is right now. Yeah. Overall. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. It is just some. It's just some of them can be a bit annoying. Annoying. And getting and a bit hard to memorize. I and well, considering I haven't mentioned them, considering I haven't mentioned mentioned it until now. Oh, we got the in S tier. Here we have a blue sphere.
Best special stages.
Is these are just right. They're not overly they're not insanely punishing. They're not insanely punishing. And actually, you can determine the difficulty yourself. If you want to get a perfect bonus. There's also 14 of them. So there's even like variety within. There's like variety within in each one. And some of them are straight lines. Others are maze like.
It can involve jumping over a lot of already cleared lines. And they speed up as you collect spheres.
Spheres, yeah. Collecting every ring gives you a perfect bonus.
Lets you continue.
And also, I think, and that's also like 50,000 point. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like 50,000 point. They knew these people they knew these were good because they brought them back in Mania as bonus stages, as and were tied to unlocking and stuff. I've even given you gold medals if you for collecting for getting a perfect on all of them. There's even like yeah, and also Blue Sphere also has its own game, I guess. I guess. As with over 100 million levels. And also an extra mode, and also a remixed mode. With pink spheres that teleport you. And green spheres which need to be collected twice. This is peak special stage design. And it gets everything right.
And that's the special thing.
But wait, there's more. Oh, of course. Oh boy. Now on to the game update. Yes, I have indeed. There have been some. There has indeed been. Yeah, there has indeed been there hasn't. Well, for one, Heroes is still still not. This tier is now the tier that Sonic Heroes is in, and is now never finished. Because I finally found an appropriate title for it. But more importantly, I finally got around to playing two specific games. And starting in F tier. Here, thought I should mention that. Yeah, no, yeah. They were both really bad. Starting in F tier, here we have starting in F tier we have here the new edition is Shadow the Hedgehog. I well found yeah, like I said, originally playing this was a problem of them since well I didn't have any means to, but now I do. Oh. Oh. But well, I decided to play. I finally decided to play it, and oh no, it's oh no, it was terrible. It fucking it sucked. Uh, uh, might need to emphasize this. I only played the neutral path. Uh, I tried to take another other route, but I just quit in the middle of that. I said nope. I said no. I've seen enough. The game the game is uses the game uses the same engine that Heroes does, which is very slippery. The homing attack fucking sucks so bad out of this game. Um, and the levels were really frustrating. And the levels were just a slog to play through. I mean the I mean the gun. I mean gunplay isn't inherently a bad idea. Yeah, just it was just it's just poorly executed. It's not a bad concept. If even if it's on even if it is totally even if it doesn't totally match Sonic. I really do the story was just fucking laughable. And was the game that ruined Shadow's character. And where the perception and of him being an edgelord came from. Um, I I remember hearing the marketing for this game was fucking hero or renegade. It, for some reason. And even though the previous games established Shadow as was an anti-hero as an anti-hero. Oh, this game mainly exists just to answer that because yeah, Shadow returned and earned in hero. But had amnesia. This game is here to explore that, and whether or not he's actually a robot. Uh, 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 which is what the neutral ending decides. Which is what the neutral ending is. Is I am Shadow Android. Right. Goodbye. This is who I am. Goodbye, Doctor. Did I mention how stupid and edgy this game is? Pathetic humans. This is like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me. Shadow would never fucking say that. And also, everybody's saying "damn it." Everybody fucking saying "damn" for no reason. And where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? Every time Shadow dies, he says "damn it." It's just so. It's just so out. It's just so. How can I forget? You're going straight to hell. Oh, for. For. Oh God. Oh no. What else do I say about Shadow? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the story is a fucking mess. It has 10 different endings. You have 10 different endings. And half of them involve Shadow killing Eggman, or sometimes Sonic, or just giving up, of saying he should have never been made. I'm not kidding. In, in fact, that's what one of the ending tracks X is about. Oh, yeah. This game also reveals that that Shadow is half alien. And, and because as he was made using Black Doom's DNA. Yeah, the story is it is just a fucking mess. It's just a mess through and through. Oh. All right, yeah, just yeah. And yeah, and oh, all right, yeah, I remembered another. All right, other gameplay mechanic and all right, yeah, the game. Oh yeah, the gameplay structure. Er, in a neutral path, you just go get straight to the end. You just go straight, just head to the goal. Oh, but if you decide to take the hero or dark path, do you like killing a ton of enemies? Is killing like over 50 enemies? Uh, you don't. Well, too bad. That's part of the game. Um, um, and you can also like accidentally switch itch side eyes. I didn't get all fucking confused. Uh, 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 who's the who's it? Yeah, ultimate. Yeah, there's the, and yeah, there's and the yeah the yeah this game. So yeah, this game has 10 fucking endings, and it shouldn't because none of them actually matter, or because they put a last story in there, or anyways. That's the canon ending. So what was the point of making me play all that bullshit? What was the point of it? What was the point of playing all of that? And if there was just a canon ending. And also, if you wait 9 minutes, you have to wait during the final boss. If you wait over 9 minutes, it's you get confirmation. That's where you get the confirmation that Shadow isn't a robot. Uh, uh, yeah, 9 minutes on the final boss, you get that information. And Eggman just says, I figured this might be the last chance I get to tell you you're not actually a robot. You are the original Shadow my grandfather made. You are the ultimate life form. Uh, 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 um, um, why is that? Why isn't that? And and oh, and also this game fucking also one of your the antagonists that's in the game is the fucking gun commander, or because he or because he had uh, because he had because he was really close because he was best friends with Maria when he was younger, and he blames Shadow for her death. Uh, 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 Ethan, he wants revenge. The fucking gun commander. The nameless gun commander. Uh, 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 Also, there are fucking bosses in it. There are also bosses in this game named Blue Falcon and Black Bull. Oh, just thought I'd mention that. I think that's pretty funny. Uh, 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 the Blue Falcon and Black Bull are bosses in the game. There are bosses that go by that are called that.
Falcon.
And then Black Bull.
That was a funny reference.
Just weird, just funny, weird coincidence.
That feels intentional. Well, Blue Falcon and Black Bull specifically.
But yeah, we had the fuck. Yeah, I talked. Yep, Shadow is suddenly an alien now.
Mm-hmm.
Although it might have actually been that might have always been the case.
Yeah.
It's because I think because
Probably
his
made from alien DNA.
because his cat I think his capsule on Adventure 2 who does mention alien.
Mhm.
Uh, uh,
So
uh,
this wasn't entirely out of the blue.
but the way it was executed, yeah, Shadow was made using
From the DNA of the alien Black Doom.
yes, Shadow has two dads.
Yes.
Ads.
Happy Pride Month.
I. ex- yes, yes. Gerald made a fucking deal with a with an alien.
Deal with an alien demon warlord.
Or what the? What the?
Really how absurd that
Also, like
sounds?
they have the whole black comet thing, that's set to destroy the planet. That comes around every 50 years. There's, there's an okay. I'll at least admit at least in the last story, Shadow is actually uh, uh, who he's supposed to be. I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, and I've left the past behind me. And I guess ending with and ending with goodbye forever, Shadow the Hedgehog.
If you follow the last story, it's not the worst thing in the world.
But you got this whole Shadow android shit, Shadow killing Eggman or Sonic, or just saying I should have never been made. In one of the endings. I'm not kidding. He realizes how terrible the horrors of his existence. It's just I should have never been made, and just walks away. And I think one of the lyrics to the ending is sometimes I wish I was never born at all. All that I can at least say that about the game. There's like a ton of vocal tracks. Yeah, there's vocal tracks for each ending. There's a vocal track for each ending, and then even some tracks that didn't end up getting used.
I guess there were meant to be more endings originally. They were meant for other things.
Meant for other things, I think. And one of them, I think, was the original main theme. Before, or was I Am All of Me. And also just the fucking imagery and that fucking shot of Sonic just fucking like Sonic like fucking he just got fucking beaten off. That's in the opening cutscene. But yeah, and yeah. I got stuff like tracks like "I Am All of Me," "Waking Up," "Almost Dead," "Chosen One." This was where "All Hail Shadow" came from. Uh, 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 um, uh, 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 um, and of course the ending track "I Can Never Turn Back," which the first few notes of the piano section is actually are actually the lyrics to "I Am All of Me." Which I didn't know until so like a few years ago. But yeah, I like the music. Well, the vocal tracks mainly. Yeah, I don't really remember as to what I played. Probably. As mentioned, I didn't fully play through Shadow. I did a neutral run, and tried to tried to take the villain path, but after I just had enough. Up and said, I know I know where it's going. It's going into the trash. Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog, F tier game. Though I am aware there is a mod that improves the structure. That improves the structure of it. Shadow the Hedgehog Reloaded. It and I haven't checked that. I haven't played that. What grade I drop out of school? What? Okay. Someone just dropped in to say that. I don't know what that was about. But either way, now the main part. Alright, alright. A game I have actually, it's a game I've had for almost 10 years.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2006.
Yes, you heard me. I've had this game for nearly 10 years. And why? And I never finished it. Until recently, until like just a week or two ago, just like a week ago or so.
Mainly chalked up to him just being bad at it.
Or also just like my the position, like the inconvenient it was. As before, it was I think the Xbox was in the our Xbox was in the living room, upstairs. Or before we moved it downstairs, but I didn't have my room up there, here, or at the time. I'm until later. And yeah, I just never got around to finishing it. So I guess because as I figured I wanted to do something special this month, I wanted to do some tier lists this month for Sonic. I decided, why the hell not? Yeah, I played through Shadow, as much as I could take with it. Before saying yeah, into the trash.
Into the trash.
That was just, I should say, fucking an insufferable game to play. Now, 06, if you're familiar, actually, I'm gonna pull up the video. Description. And I'm gonna pull up the video description to my silver slideshow. Oh, you see, I was you see, I used to say I actually, oh, okay. I'm gonna read that description. I actually really enjoy 06, and I'm probably one of I'm probably some of the few that have this opinion.
You're multiple people now?
Multiple. Well, that was well, he had never actually He never actually beat the game. He didn't even get it. He didn't even beat. I got stuck on the egg Cerberus for years. I wish I was joking about that. I got stuck on the egg Cerberus. It's for 2 years. That's pretty embarrassing. Like, how do you do that? Oh, to be fair, the egg Cerberus is a fucking stupid boss fight. Is a fight that barely works. You gotta ram it into, you gotta make it crash into a wall. But it doesn't. It's so damn finicky. What actually of how it actually wants how you actually do it. And it's I can't blame an 8-year-old for getting stuck on that. I probably didn't mention this, but 06 was a Christmas present. 06 was a Christmas present. And I managed to beat Wave Ocean and then and get stuck on the egg Cerberus and just forget about it.
Yeah.
To be fair, it took me several years to finish all of those games I got for Christmas. is it took 2 years to finish Lost World. About 2 years to finish Lost World. Almost over two over two for color. There's about 2.5 and about 3.5 for Unleashed. This one, yeah, like I said, 06 took me. 06 took me over 9 years to beat. Is the finish. Ish. And well, thing is, I had for the worst part. Back in 2016, I had actually gotten to the last. I was actually about to enter the final level with Sonic's story.
Yeah, and he just didn't.
Because I wanted to like grind rings.
Thanks for his stupid gem.
Oh gee. I had this is going to probably turn into a this segment on 06 is probably going to turn into is a bit of a mini review of sorts.
Yeah.
I think as Alex alluded to last time.
There'd be a bit of a mini review in this game.
I'm not going super in depth.
I'm not going over like the entire game,
but just the fundamentals of it. For one, oh god, Jesus, what happened here? Why is everybody so slow?
Yeah.
It's like everybody has a fucking speed cap for some reason.
And it's not even like a slight speed cap. It's very, very noticeable.
And they throw you into these massive ups.
Which makes getting from point A to point B extremely irritating.
Oh, but Sonic has and also yeah. So Sonic has the spin dash. He might as well not. No, why? You have to be at a complete. You have to be standing still to use it. You have to be standing still to use it, and you can't jump out of it, which is like the whole fun of what makes the spin dash so fun.
Yeah.
Unlike the amount of skips you can do with it.
By timing your jumps well out of it.
Like in the classics and the adventure game, the 2D and adventure games.
Not here.
You see, Shadow also had the spin dash in his game, but yeah, it sucked too. The same problem.
You couldn't jump out of it.
And you had to be at a complete stop.
Up to use it.
Sonic has this slide kick, which is also like halts his ups all momentum. The homing attack has a massive delay, which makes combat somewhat rather tedious. He also gets the bounce attack. I mean, bound jump. Instead of bounce attack, the bounce attack, and of course the light speed dash. But guess what? Since this game uses the adventure style, they're both mapped to the same button.
Right.
So you see that trail of rings in the air that you're supposed to light dash to.
Oh, what about it?
Boing. You use the fucking bounce attack if you're not close enough.
Sorry, you're drowning now.
There are 4 buttons.
Use more than 3 of them.
No, they use I think they use like 2 buttons for main moves.
There are 4 buttons. Use all of them.
No, everything has to be mapped to the X button, or the right trigger, or for the. Oh right, the gems. Oh right, the gems. So you see, that meter Sonic has there. That's what the gems are supposed to be to use, and also like they're supposed to have like a maturity gauge, a maturity meter where they level up with each use of them. But since this game is the epitome, the textbook definition of a rush job, that wasn't implemented, and Sonic's meter never goes down.
So he has infinite gem spam.
So and oh god, they're very hit or miss. You have the blue gem, which lets him do this this this. You're kidding me, right? It's a dash. It's a dash. Ash, he can move faster with the blue gem. But oh wait, this game has a mechanic where if you go too fast, you fall over.
Why is that a thing?
Why is that a mechanic?
In a game where where one of the main appeals is going fast.
What the why?
Why do they punish you for going too fast?
It's fucking stupid.
It's counterintuitive.
There's the red gem which can it can be useful. You can slow down time.
Yeah, I think my main theory is that they didn't know how to properly implement a speed cap, so they just had Sonic abruptly stop if he got too fast.
Yeah. So
That's because they didn't want him to break the game.
As if it's even if it's
oh yeah, the game's already broken to hell and back.
Yeah, the red gem slows down time. I guess it can be useful. And it helps in the fight. Helps during Sonic's final boss. Also, you need to make a precise jump. I think the green gem. I think the green gem lets him do the tornado attack from Heroes. But it has the wind up is painfully slow. Oh, there's one where you can basically use it you can teleport to certain spots. One of them lets him turn small and do infinite jumps.
You see, it's supposed to throw him up into the air real quick when he uses it, but since the meter doesn't,
you can
spam, and you can gain infinite height.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If I would actually, is that all of them? Yeah, alright, yeah, Sonic's, yeah, also, yeah, there are 6 gems. There was initially going to be, yeah, green gives him a tornado ability, red makes him slow down, blue, does the fucking Mach speed attack. The Mach speed where you crash into, where it's completely impractical because you crash into things and fall over. The white gem gives him lets you stop the whole. Stop in midair or by holding the button. And then an attack by releasing. So you can just stall your homing attack. That's it. The sky, the I guess the light blue gem, the light blue gem, the light blue gem, gives Sonic the gun drive, which lets him you hold the button to aim and it's like a grappling hook of sorts. Or so you teleports. Or the yellow gem is gives you a version of the lightning shield, which attracts rings, and is supposed to defend you from attacks, but it doesn't. Thing is, I'm a bit of I have a confession. I didn't actually buy all of Sonic's gems. You know why? I'll tell you, they're expensive as fuck for some reason. And I think I need to grind 30,000 in rings just to get at the remaining ones. which means playing the final in aquatic base and the final and egg wyvern multiple times. Or doing is the most that's the most efficient way of doing it. Well, I mean, there is a seventh gem. Then there's the seventh gem, the rainbow gem. It lets you you can it lets you turn to it lets you turn to supersonic. Wise. What that's the I forgot it was meant to. It was never finished. Uh, 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 yeah, of course, because of course it was. As, as, I think that's the sad thing is, Sonic is one of the more functional characters.
Yep.
There's in the game, because there's 8 other characters. Joining Sonic are Tails and Knuckles, and guess what? They suck too. Tails is extremely slow. Can't even attack with his tails. What happened there? What the hell happened? And there. Instead, he has to rely on. What? So we doing this. See if that's the right update. Yeah, nope, not yet.
We're doing missions first. It should be ready afterwards.
Okay, yeah, by the time I'm done with this. So Tails uses dummy ring bombs.
And
do you know the problem with that? Well, I mean, I think you could figure out the problem.
The problem is that these rings are visually indistinguishable from the actual.
So if you get hit while throwing these things, good luck finding out which rings are yours. Yeah. And which ones are fake. And also Tails will just fall like a fucking rock. Oh yeah, he was supposed to have his flight meter was supposed to be there. He was supposed to have his flight. I think that meter was supposed to be used for Tails' flight as well, but that was never implemented. So you don't know.
But Tails is running out of flight so you don't actually have the indicator as to how long.
And he just drops. He
drops immediately, so you just kind of have to get used to how long he can fly for without any indication that he's getting tired.
And Knuckles. Thankfully, sparingly, Knuckles is only used in 2 sections. In Sonic's story. Oh no! What happened here? What the fuck happened here? He's also slow. His hitboxes don't. His hitboxes don't work. The hitbox on his moves don't work. His gliding is like super heavy. He has this fucking. He has the as his usual drill attack. I can also like this urged attack. Gliding into enemies. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that one of the core mechanics. You can no longer jump into enemies to hurt them. How do you fuck that up? Up is my question. And that is a fundamental mechanic of the series. Is now all of a sudden, no, you get hurt if you try that. Some characters don't even go into onto a ball. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Knuckles can get stuck on walls. Knuckles can get stuck on walls.
Yep, easily.
Same,
It
same,
happens
same go.
constantly.
Same with Rouge.
Yep, because she uses the same climbing mechanics as Knuckles.
They both get stuck on walls for no reason. And 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 so and so yeah, Team Sonic sure is great, isn't it? Although yeah, trust me, that section with Knuckles and Flame Core is horrible. I mean, thankfully his the section where you use him in aquatic base is very simple. You just have to simply get to the end of the section, just to simply platform to the end, and you and and it's and but oh god, yeah, Team Sonic. Oh no, they're bad. Oh yeah, oh yeah, the fucking Sonic's boss fight. It sucked too. Mostly. Eh, eh, eh. Eh, eh, eh. Egg Serpent. It doesn't seem like it seemed bad on paper, but just it's really hard to figure out. Oh, for some reason. When it shouldn't be. Make it crash into a wall. What? But what part of the wall? Oh, where's the indication? And it just feels like it feels like a chance. It's like up to chance that the game decides. No, yeah, the game decides what counts. The silver fight is a bit of a beginner's trap. And I know is pretty infamous.
It's because you can actually get soft locked in it.
No, not really. No, yeah, you can get soft locked there.
In a really ridiculous
But the thing
way.
is, silver is probably the least problematic fight.
Yeah.
Because once you actually know what to do, he's pissed easy. you gotta wait for him to say, "How about this?" Then use the homing attack, then get away immediately. Or else he will follow. He will just keep chasing you. Oh, the Egg Genesis is also a really easy fight. Iblis Phase 2. I almost forgot to mention that one. It sucks. It's a stupid boss fight. It goes on for too long. It fucking drags. Eggs so much. Watch it. Also, the moment your rings you touch the lava, your rings disappear. Here, good luck with that. Yeah, good luck with that. That is, I think that's easily the worst boss fight in the game. The egg wyvern is like the egg Cerberus again, and also annoying. And then the second half turns into the egg viper from Adventure 1. Or you need a homing attack. Use the homing attack to damage him. Oh yeah, you. Oh, all right, yeah. Oh yeah, the egg Cerberus and it was phase two are also are also in Shadow's story.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still suck up there.
Why you have to fight the same exact bosses with pretty much with not very different controls.
Oh, oh yeah, Shadow's. Oh yeah, Shadow's campaign. And Shadow was the combat focus character, and his combat is like gets like really old,
Because
and
it's not very complex.
it doesn't work either.
Like, it's not
Sometimes it'll register, other times it won't.
If you want an example of the Sonic series doing combat at oriented gameplay right,
Look at the Werehog.
Look at the Werehog in 6th gen and Unleashed.
7th gen.
7th gen Unleashed.
That's
a good variety of moves.
Moves
to keep combat fresh.
And how even to an extent Frontiers combat it has more variety.
Especially since it's so intertwined with how you move around.
This is just. Oh, but he has like he has the chaos the chaos spear. To stun enemies. Is the chaos blast, which. Oh yeah, did I mention it? It has a very poor range, and despite the manual saying it can destroy anything within a 10-yard radius. But in game it's fucking pathetic. But Shadow also has the chaos boost mechanic. And when his meter is full, or where his meter is full, and it powers up his attacks. It's like us and being able to use the chaos snap, which will teleport you to the nearest enemy. And the utterly useless chaos blast, which I don't think I used it all in my playthrough. Oh wait, Shadow's not alone. Because we have the rest of Team Dark. Rouge has the same problems that Knuckles does, as with getting stuck on walls. Oh, except this time she uses bombs instead of actually being able to kick enemy is. And no, gliding into them doesn't hurts you as well. Oh, it's stupid. Shadow also has like 4 vehicles. That are equally as bad. Well, there's the hang glider, which you don't really have to do much with. And the hovercraft, which the moment it tips over, the moment it tips over, you die. Yeah, the moment you die, this thing tips over. Or the motor, or the buggy, which is just really slow, when using it is really tedious. Confession, I got stuck on the first level. I got stuck on the first level back then.
Yep.
And because I didn't know you had to destroy the towers with the buggy. It still took me over 15 minutes to beat. Yeah, that's not fun. And the worst of all, the motorcycle, which if you try to steer, you're probably gonna die. I thankfully the motorcycle was used in like one unsegment, and in Radical Train. And at least there's that. Mm. But yeah, yeah, Shadow's vehicles fucking suck. Of course. First, his moveset is just terrible. Oh, it has like no variety. Yeah, it gets old fast. As oh yeah, all right. Well, his homing attack reaches farther than Sonic's, but doesn't really make that much of a difference. All right, man. Uh, but yeah, it doesn't make that much of a difference. And oh yeah, right. There's also Omega, who has the fastest ground speed. And for some reason, yes, a big robot is faster than Sonic
Yep.
somehow. And also, you can spam. Omega has this hover that you can just spam, and with no consequence. And so,
Yeah.
uh,
Omega's the most.
but then his combat is slow. But his combat is balls.
Which is extremely ironic for the combat-focused character in this game. For one of the combat-focused characters.
Again, either they hit it, or they hits register, or they don't. And he has like 2 attacks. X. X.
Yeah.
X. X. Shadow does have boss fights that are just ripped from Sonic. By that, he has his own encounter with Silver. He has his own encounter with Silver, and 2 fights with Mephiles. As they're both not that hard. Actually, yeah, I remember I beat. Do you remember how quickly I beat Mephiles?
No, I don't.
I beat him in like 3 minutes.
Damn. Is
It's
that normally considered a long fight?
no, no. You just have to figure out. I think the whole thing is you wait for your chaos. You have to be in chaos boost mode. Oh, so you take out a bunch of his clones. Owns to fill up the gauge. Age and oh yeah, Speaking, oh right, speaking of Silver,
Yeah.
so Sonic is supposed to be speed. Shadow is combat. Silver is
puzzles.
others. Oh dear God, they.
And the puzzles aren't very good.
Oh fuck me. So for one, Silver is like one of the slowest characters in the game.
Yep.
And
you're gonna be playing as him a lot.
Even in Sonic and Shadow's stories, is you switch to him. In one level, each in one level. Sonic switches to you switch to Silver in Sonic Kingdom Valley, and and then Shadow's aquatic base. Is it's oh god. So Silver doesn't attack directly.
He throws items at it.
Kirk can like slap them. Do this fucking slap.
Now later on, you can purchase an ability that will allow you to attack directly with psychic blast.
However, you can get hurt during that.
Yeah, so it leaves you vulnerable if you don't have a good positioning.
And oh god, Silver's levels involve just tons of enemy spam.
And so you're not usually going to be safe from enemy fire while doing this.
And also sometimes the things you throw don't work. Eric, you don't fire them. and which is dumb.
Yeah, so Silver's main combat mechanics are inconsistent at best.
As, and then there's his supporting in character. Then there's his supporting characters.
Well, should we start with the better one or the worst one?
Let's start with the better one.
On Blaze.
Don't know why she's here.
But she's probably the most functional and fun to character in the game.
Yeah, yeah, she's about as fast as Sonic. Has an actually good double jump.
Unlike,
we'll get to it.
Yeah.
We'll
get to
her. Or has a homing attack. Albeit the homing attack can be a bit. Can of course be or not work. Since oh yeah, I forgot to mention that there was still no homing attack reticle. Also, and sometimes you'll just do this spin attack, like instead. And there's also the tornado attack, the fire tornado move, which its hitbox is also inconsistent.
Yeah.
And
so even the best character in the game isn't perfect.
And then there's Amy. Mercifully, you only play as her in one level.
Well, twice.
Well, you only in Silver Story she's in one stage.
Yep, and across the entire game you play as her twice. Thank God.
I think
one at a time, and the second time it's a very short section.
And so
because she just sucks to play as.
She's slow, has this invisibility. She can turn invisible.
What the hell is that?
It makes her invisible to enemies, I think, but also to the player.
Why is that a thing?
Why can she do that? When did she?
Could Amy turn invisible?
Either way, her hammer has fucking terrible range. And she has a double jump, which cancels all forward momentum. It cancels all forward momentum. No. No, why? Amy is just terrible to play as.
She just feels really bad in this game.
I forgot to mention. And Sonic has in four section, 4 parts, in 4 of Sonic's level. Was at the end, and we're not gonna make it. Let's speed up. He has the oh yes, the super speed. I think they're called the manual called super speed. Each sections or Mach speed. These are terrible.
God, they suck.
You have no mid-air control. You have no mid-air control. The hitbox is on everything. It is fucking weird. It's just wrong. Like things you didn't even touch will hurt you. Or if you run into a wall, you just die. They're just really annoying. I mean, sure, there's only 4 of them, but still. Oh, and Sonic also has a different style of game. Also has a different gameplay style. I win 2 levels. Where in 2 levels where you're forced to carry Elise. He's and have and use this fire shield to walk across us normally us hazards that would normally kill you. And also, yeah, Sonic's movement is restricted here. Or he can only use the homing attack and the light dash at one of these levels. Yeah, there's like over 13 different gameplay styles.
In this game. Well, there are exactly 12. How many?
So there's like there's 9 playable characters, 4 different vehicles for Shadow. And Sonic has 2 whole sections. Sonic has 2 different gameplays.
So it's 14.
Yeah, 14 different gameplay styles. I was and yeah, they mostly suck. Like yeah, they like, almost all of them fucking suck. I think, and thing is, oh yeah, I guess didn't really talk much about the levels themselves because, honestly, the level design itself is not actually the problem. It's just the game. It's the game itself. Oh, oh 06 actually has oh 06 actually has really good, really solid level design. But the game but due to the game itself, if they're not, it's just the physics and shit that makes it not fun. And I also can't get over how there's also a literal filler stage in Sonic's story, or where you play as where you have Tails run through Sonic's Wave Ocean, and for some reason,
Yeah.
and I think in an attempt to chase the egg carrier, but he does it, but he fails. Oh, and it's like fucking pointless. They forced you to play as Tails for no reason. And yeah, I think it's just just how the game feels, which makes it not fun. Not the levels themselves. And I guess I guess this is something, and I guess the in terms of the story, or it's it's well, okay. Sonic's story is basically the same thing happens. The same thing happens with on play a level. Save the princess. Princess gets taken, and go after her. Oh, you got sent back in. You got sent forward to the future. Don't be late. Same to you. That tornado's carrying a car.
I think the story is sort of like there are good parts and there are bad parts.
So mainly Sonic is really not that important to this story.
Yeah, Sonic's actual involvement in the plot is he doesn't really do much.
He doesn't interact with Methyl. It's like at all.
The only character he really interacts with is Elise.
Yeah, and well, I guess the other, I guess that's the other cat. That's it.
Elise and the other main characters, but other than that, he doesn't really contribute.
He doesn't contribute anything. Yeah, Eggman wants Elise to unleash the flames of disaster.
It's mainly Shadow and Silver driving the plot.
But which I think that's where I mean I guess Sonic's whole story is just I think I know ignoring this whole the elephant in the room with Sonic's story.
Which is Elise.
Yes, I think I understand what he's trying to get her to be more to try and be more or expressive, and have fun.
Yeah,
Which I think,
really
yeah, I
enjoy
think,
life.
yeah, which that's, I like that. But then they make it weird. But then it gets weird. Weird because of course it does. Uh, uh, as, as I, as it's as as meanwhile Shadow Story is I think Shadow's story is right. It gets what Shadow's story gets right is the interactions with Team Dark.
Yes.
Can you get the feeling that these guys actually really are really are good friends, and they care about each other.
Yeah, they've been through some stressful shit. But
And like yeah, the revelation that Omega would be the one to seal Shadow. Oh, and how Rouge said she'd always is be by his side, even if they turned against him.
it's genuinely really nice how
Nice.
they've written in this game.
And also the Shadow's ending is just so badass.
Yes.
Even if the world chooses to become my enemy, I'll fight like I always have. As he just pulls off his inhibitor ring, and Team Dark just plows through a bunch of Mephiles clones.
It's genuinely really cool.
This game actually, which is pretty funny considering the previous game,
It was Shadow the Hedgehog, which made Shadow made Shadow into a laughing stock.
Unfortunately the perception people have of him.
Shadow is one of the biggest things this game got right story-wise.
As in just how hey, he at least gets it's the better line between I'm with Sonic.
Yeah.
Like, same to you. Don't be late. Same to you. Oh right, yeah. Sonic's his trademark attitude is like nowhere to be seen.
He's kind of awkward in this game.
Also, like Knuckles is here, doing nothing.
Knuckles is like the most useless character in this
He does
entire
fucking
story.
nothing in this story.
If Sonic was the most useless of the main trio, Knuckles is the most useless character overall. I don't think Tails particularly.
He doesn't do anything either. So I think another major thing. So the whole thing about chasing the egg carrier, did this game forget one main feature in thing? Sonic has a plane.
Yeah.
Sonic has a biplane.
It's mainly Team Dark, Silver, and Blaze carrying the plot.
Yeah,
in this game.
Yeah, Silver's. If you couldn't tell by my old video about Silver. I made an entire video about him, the entire slideshow about him.
Silver's a really good character. He's got
from the
arc.
yeah, he's from a ruined future. He comes from a ruined future.
It's interesting to see his sort of morality and like questioning what the right course of action is.
Yeah, like how how if he wonders because his whole thing was it was like a fight. Every time Iblis would show up, they'd have to take it down, but it was pointless. It's because it would just us come back.
And the question
would there be a way to can there be a way to stop up and to change this?
Eventually, has to confront on the question is it right to cut?
Oh right, yeah, Mephiles manipulate Silver into thinking Sonic caused this, which
Sonic needs to die to save his future.
Which and when confronted by Amy of all characters,
Silver begins to question if it's really right to cut one person's fate short, or just to save his own timeline.
If I were to choose the world or Sonic, I would choose Sonic. Let's ignore that.
Let's ignore how Amy's written in this.
Let's ignore that. She acts as Silver's voice of reason. But yeah, whether it's right to kill someone to save the world. I know that gets made fun of a lot.
But like, Silver is, I think he's like a kid.
He's like 14, I think.
Silver's a kid. And he has to deal with the weight of murder or literal murder.
To kill someone to save the world. Is that the right thing?
It's a lot of pressure.
And I think Blaze, despite not really
feel how messed up Silver is over.
And Blaze, despite not really serving, despite being here for having no real explanation, and being here has a really good dynamic with Silver.
Yeah, Blaze and Silver's dynamic is also really good.
I think someone put it. She's kind of like an older sister to him.
Yeah.
And with how and with how mentioning how she knows how Silver gets insecure when he's alone. And well, the moment he gets sent and back, and that's exactly what you see.
He feels lost without Blaze.
Shadow convincing him. Chaos control. Oh, roundhouse kick. He just uses chaos control.
God, that's
he
hilarious.
Slows down time.
That moment is hysterical. Just to kick Silver in the face.
Just kicked him in the fucking neck.
To kick Silver in the neck.
Oh right, chaos control can
You can time travel in this game, which is one of the dumb parts.
That's one of the dumb parts. Chaos control could never do that before and after.
And it opens up so many questions to why nobody tries to change the past with this.
If Shadow could have done this is to begin on this from the beginning.
Why didn't he just stop all of this madness with like the Robotnik family? He's setting the world on a dark path to begin with.
Yeah, why? Yeah, he could have prevented the. He could have prevented. Yeah, he could have prevented. Yeah, he could have. Using that. He could have saved Maria.
Sure, there's the chance that he'd create a paradox where he wouldn't end up doing out in the future, and it would be like a weird time loop.
But
like,
you see, that's the problem. That's the dumb part. And it raises too many. There are too many implications.
Yeah, there are too many weird implications of this.
But either way, yeah, Shadow and Silver used time travel to find out what actually happened, and that involved playing God.
Attempting to recreate a sun deity to bring back the late Queen of Soliana.
Yeah, and the aftermath ended up killing the king.
And leaving East without any parents.
And so I think was apparently meant to seal Mephiles in the scepter of dark. What? Shadow was meant to seal Mephiles as 10 years ago. But he'd still be in prison on Prison Island at that time.
What I interpreted as Shadows is like Shadows meant to go back in time and seal Mephiles.
Yeah, Silver tries to seal Iblis himself. Oh, but it doesn't work. But it doesn't work the first time. I'm because, as the Duke says, as only someone with a royal flame can do that.
And Blaze,
and that comes back in the end. And the Silver makes, well, I mean, I don't think he really does anything there.
Instead, Blaze, because she's
she tells him.
While she's not of royal blood, she does have a control over fire, which allows her to host the flames. Anyway.
And so just tells Silver to use chaos control, but he actually doesn't.
Yeah.
He straight up doesn't.
And then Blaze ends up sealing herself away.
Or dying.
Or dying as a result of Silver not sealing her away. It's left ambiguous.
Either way, yeah, Silver has quite. Meanwhile, Silver has quite a bittersweet ending.
And with him mourning in the loss of Blaze.
But hey, his future is finally restored.
His future is finally safe from Iblis.
Yeah. Sonic finally gets rid of Eggman, and so Shadow takes out Mephiles. As Iblis is no more.
But Blaze is either dead or trapped in another dimension.
Oh, dear. And then there's the last story.
which is probably the stupidest part of this game.
This is where you can feel the rushed nature of the
You
game.
feel how rushed things were.
So Mephiles shows up, suddenly shows up and up, uses a Chaos Emerald to the blind Sonic,
and then stabs him.
He just impales him with a laser.
If you could have done this,
you could have done
easily.
this.
Why didn't you?
All right, yeah. If Bliss is awake, if Elise cries.
I guess she wanted Elise to get attached to Sonic first.
He could have just. This is so stupid.
This feels so dumb.
It feels so contrived. I can't get over that. And it's so fucking contrived. Either way, yeah, if Mephiles finally reunite with Iblis and they become one again.
Recreating Solaris.
Aris basically winning. Mephiles basically wins. But on that note, Mephiles actually Mephiles is actually actually a pretty good villain.
Aside from this really dumb moment.
And yeah, manipulative, fucking terrifying.
I like the way he moves and speaks.
The way
unsettling.
And just his theme is just disturbing.
Just everything about him is unsettling.
And
uncanny.
He doesn't have a mouth.
The fact that that he's pretty much a clone of Shadow is
he's a shadow of Shadow.
Yeah,
he takes on Shadow's appearance, and distorts it into this crystal form.
While it may have been a measure to save time, I'm reusing Shadow's model. It ends up adding to the creepiness of it.
And even I think he tries to get to Shadow. About how you'd really forgive humanity for what they did to you. You should join me instead.
Of course, Shadow resists him.
Because I can, and you can't,
but it's just like,
and just the way he actively manipulates Silver
throughout the story in an attempt to get him to kill Sonic for him.
Or until Shadow tells him that that's not what he's not trying to make a better future. He's trying to control the past. And he ultimately wins in the last story. He creating this void in this weird pocket dimension of sorts, where he exists, where Solaris exists.
It's an all timeline.
In all time periods at once.
Until we'll soon consume the past, present, and future, or leaving the world a blank void.
You see, the scene with all of it. Of all things, Eggman explains this shit.
Yes, Eggman exposition.
He knew this the whole time. He knew all of this the whole time. But never did anything about it. He knew what Solaris could do. It's Eggman that gives the exposition dump. And then we have the whole everyone sees that Sonic is dead, and they can't stop Solaris without him. And you even get including this like sad rendition of his world.
Genuinely, of course, as Sonic is known for, is a really.
This is up there for one of the best soundtracks in the
X of the series history. It's just a shame it's attached to everything else.
And also and then the idea that they should all work together or to find the Chaos Emeralds to bring back the Chaos Emeralds don't grant wishes.
They're not the Dragon Balls.
They're not literally.
They were inspired by are the Dragon Balls, but they're not literally the Dragon Balls.
They can
with all the
grant
same powers and
wishes.
shit.
They can
It's dumb.
they can grant wishes. I know they can like don't think about turning thoughts into power, but I don't think it meant. I think that's what it meant. Like unlimited power, or yeah, turns thoughts into power. It's just either way you play through one of the worst final level.
In any Sonic game, probably in most out of probably in any video game you play.
I'd rather play a Eggman Land.
Okay.
7th gen.
Maybe not 6th gen Eggman Land. That's
And I'd rather play through Final Rush.
Yeah, at least 7th gen Eggman and was a solidly designed level, even if it did drag.
Yeah, it's just a really hard level.
It's hard. It's just hard and long. It's pretty solid though.
God,
That doesn't.
oh damn it! God damn it! You should.
Sonic 06.
Yeah, 06. 06. So either way, end of the world. You play through as each character, or in a version of each level. Or to get an emerald. Yeah, if that's ready to update. There we go. Oh yeah. And oh my God! I got so many game overs to this one.
Yeah.
And also, there's a dozen loading screens. Did I mention that? That's one of the most infamous things about 06. It's being the load time. Items. And how frequent they are. All right, they can take up to 20 seconds. That shit adds up when you get a game over. Or it boots you back to the title screen, and you need to reselect that state, reselect the episode, to skip, mash through cutscenes. Mash through cutscenes. And just So yeah, you got to play as all seven alive characters. There's I think first with Tails, then Omega, then Knuckles, followed by Silver, Rouge, Amy, and then Shadow. Yeah. Tails in Crisis City, Omega in Flame Court, or Knuckles in Tropical Jungle, or Silver in Dusty Desert, or Rouge in Wave Ocean, and Amy in White Acropolis, and Shadow in Kingdom Valley. Also, they usually say either Sonic, Here I Come, or Sonic, I'm Coming.
And of course, Blaze's fate is ambiguous, and Sonic's dead, so neither of
them.
So
yeah,
seven.
Seven.
The remaining 7 characters are playable. This is 7 world.
And these characters are terrible. And also,
literally the 2 actually functional characters are the ones that aren't in this level.
And also, they're time portals that will suck you in and then kill you instantly, even if you have rings. Why do that? Unless you hit these eagle statues, that neutralize them. But after all of that, but after you eventually get through end of the world, the end of the world. Oh, Sonic, I'm coming. Elise makes a wish on the Chaos Emeralds to bring back Sonic, and the most infamous thing from this entire game happens.
Yeah. I guess.
Yup, it happens for like a second. It's
Kissing Sonic the Hedgehog.
yeah, right. Yeah, it's supposed to. This is supposed to be This is this. It's supposed to be a love story with Sonic and Elise.
Look, I don't think this is nearly as weird as most people say.
Because
Like,
it's not
Sonic,
like
it's
Sonic
not,
is.
It's not like Sonic is like a feral hedgehog. He has like human level intelligence.
I mean, it's not as weird as it's one sided. Yes.
It's mainly Elise crushing on Sonic, and he doesn't really return.
He just sees her as a friend.
And so the kiss is weird in that regard, but it's not weird for the reason most people say it is.
Other than that, the scene what the rest of the scene is just it's so it's to see Sonic has supercharged from that.
Or because the emeralds gave their power to him to revive him.
What? Oh, I don't think he could just do it alone.
So he shares that power with Shadow and Silver.
So Super Shadow once again, and for the Super Shadow for the final time,
and
the
Super Silver for the only time.
Yep, and you fight Solaris,
which is probably one of the most functional parts of the game.
You start with Silver, to break its armor, or switch to Shadow to use his Chaos spears. Then Sonic to deal the damage, to do some damage, to like aim for the core or of it, and also Phase 2's theme, in being in the main, just being the orchestral version of just being the instrumentals to his world, would really sell it. But yeah, with that, the most functional part of the game is the final boss. That's just wow. That's just sad. And ending with you could even kind of hear Solaris screaming. You kind of hear Mephiles scream as Solaris dies. And they're like sent into this oh yeah, we're sent back to when Solaris was just a small flame. And well, the only way to only way to stop Solaris is to prevent it from prevent this whole thing from stop erase everything. I don't care what happens to the world.
She echoes Amy's sentiment.
But no, Sonic just says, "Just smile." Oh, and the flame is blown out, and wait, no.
And none of this ever happened.
What was? It's like they wrote themselves into a corner. It's like they wrote themselves into a corner of how to deal with this. How do we actually end this game? None of this ever actually happened. And so the Sun Festival goes on as usual, but Eggman doesn't ruin it, and Sonic is just there, just there to see. Sonic is just there to check it out. As he even runs up to the top up of a building and looks up at the moon, ending the game. What the fuck? The ending on its own. The ending cutscene on its own.
It's somewhat sweet.
But
the characters have some sort of a vague recollection of this. Like, again, my own headcanon of it is that at that timeline being destroyed caused a ripple effect that caused like the other timeline iterations of these characters to remember these events. It's faintly.
I don't. You can thank Generations for this. And for making this, for having this game somehow, keeping this game, for having this game be kind of canon. and 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 but but yeah, thing is, yeah, and also, Sonic looking up at the moon, which was destroyed. No, 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 you're just seeing the other side of the moon. It rotated. The moon rotated. The moon rotated.
Yep, that's the explanation
That's
given.
that is
Goofy.
it, but yeah, yeah, that is Sonic 06. And I didn't mention other things like how there's 10 silver medals to collect in each stage. Age, age. There's hard mode versions of each. There's hard mode version of each level. Oh, 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 the abysmal town missions. And which involve things like walking a dog, uh, picking up, putting apples into a barrel. Guessing who the guard, guessing who the captain is. Guess what? It's just the guy who gave you the mission. And go through things, kill some enemies. And yeah, you can doing these things by like gaining S rank and collecting all of these medals. You get gold medals. What do these do?
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Nothing.
It's just pure bragging rights. They unlock nothing.
Yep. Adventure DX gave you Metal Sonic. On SA2 gave you Green Hill. Heroes gave you a hard mode. Heroes and Shadow gave you a hard mode. Even what?
Frontiers of the time attack mode.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right, yeah. Yeah, absolutely nothing for it. Now, this game. Yeah, God knows he was that 10-year-old me was a fool for saying he actually liked it because he never actually played. He finished it. But yeah, I see it now. This game is bad. But it's not the worst thing I've ever played. Because I see so much potential and I see so much potential. This had the potential to be like the best, like the best Sonic game, a 3D Sonic.
Yeah, there were so many things there were so many amazing ideas.
And like the level design is, like I said, the level design is actually really good. It's just the controls, it's just the abysmal gameplay. The story actually it kind of works. It works even if some parts are a bit contrived. I can't I can't I can't hate this the same way I hate something like Lost World or Secret Rings. Rings. Shadow. Oh. I just see this game. I just see a tragedy with this game. I mean, it's utterly troubled development. And and such as Yuji Naka leaving the project, leaving the game without a director, or, 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 or they tried to port the game to the Wii, but the Wii couldn't handle that. So they had to split the team in half, to make secret rings. And yeah, they had to meet the deadline for the anniversary. Which I think, as you see with the anniversary titles now, they don't have to do that if it's not ready. But the thing is, yeah, 06 has been this. 06 has been this thorn in the series that they've been the series is that Sonic that Sega has desperately tried to get away from. Walking away with all the wrong ideas. Is people must not like multiple playable characters. People must not like in-depth story. Is people don't want massive areas, want massive open areas. And the fact that this game is still used to try and hold the series back by when it's been nearly 20 years. I think we all need to move on from this game. But I guess in a way, it's a good thing in these games. This game turned out how it did. Because we probably would have never gotten an Unleashed. We're not getting an Unleashed East colors or generations out of all this. It's because, I think Sega got the idea that people don't like the adventure format. That was the problem. So we haven't seen a game since like that since in 06. In a way, I'm glad this game happened. The game turned out how it did. Because we wouldn't have gotten some of my favorite games out of this. We wouldn't have gotten an Unleashed or a Generations, and hell, even a Mania. Yeah, the thing is, So because when most franchises have a game this bad, that's usually the nail in the coffin. And like so many series in a 2D series in the 90s when he's jumping to 3D, that's usually what kills them. It's usually what kills the franchise. Sonic is just that. Sonic was just so popular. It's just too. Sonic was just too big. Too big of a brand, and to suffer from that.
He was too much of an icon to be kept down by it for long. Even if it did leave
a permanent stain on
his reputation.
And only a character like only a series like Sonic could actually bounce back from failures like this. I mean, hey, at least the game sold well. Oh. It,
It seems like Sonic games
yeah.
tend to like have reverse polarity and quality a lot.
Yeah.
Like you'll have a bad game, then you'll have a good game, then you'll have a good game, and another bad game, and a bad game,
Or
and
some,
another good game.
and that, or if you're lucky, you'll get two.
Two bangers in a row. This is so far Sonic's since after Forces release, Sonic's performance on the forays on the Switch has seemed pretty promising.
Everything post Forces has been promising. It is in hell. We even got a new 2D Sonic on the way. We even got a new 2D Sonic on the way. With the original with Sonic's original designer. But oh yeah, I don't think I gave my ranking for 06 yet. Yeah, I don't think I've given that ranking. In I guess like to distinguish like the to distinguish as to distinguish is the difference between E and F.
Yeah.
F is irredeemable.
Oh, just all in all, there's nothing there in that game. It would be extremely difficult, if not impossible, to salvage because so much is wrong with it on a fundamental level.
8-bit Sonic 2, 3D Blast, Sonic Blast, Shadow, Secret Rings, and Lost 3DS.
Not that these games couldn't be reworked.
I've seen that some of these can and be. You can and salvage some of this.
But their fundamental, but their initial, like release just flopped so bad that you can't. That it's hard to find really anything to enjoy in them as is.
If I know Secret Rings would probably be 10 times better with normal controls.
Yeah, if Secret Rings had normal controls, it might have actually been a good game.
Which you actually can do that with through Dolphin.
Maybe you should try that.
The storybook games with normal controls.
Maybe you should try Secret Rings with normal controls sometime.
Maybe I could see something
in there, or if you were able to play it like a normal Sonic game.
Because despite the placement, I never beat 8 Secret Rings.
He just despised it viscerally enough to
the controls were so abysmal
that it became pretty much unplayable for him.
But E has games like E is just bad. E tier is just bad. Games that are I mean I don't really know if I have to explain that. And what that means is games that are just not fun to play, but have some unredeeming aspects. And I think that is the most appropriate place to put an 06.
Bad.
And
clearly.
I see something.
There's something there.
I see so much.
There are so many parts of the game that you go like, oh wow, this could have actually been good if it was executed better. Well, Project 06 is a thing.
Chaos X is Project 06.
X is if you've been in the Sonic community and like following fan projects and stuff, odds are you probably heard of it.
I think right now it has all three main characters is level. The main three is levels. The moment.
So it's progressing quite well.
I think there's so
playtesters have had pretty much nothing but good things
people,
to say about it.
Of the demos really is.
Its reception seems to be overall very positive.
I haven't played it myself because I don't have the computer
or to run it, but once it's finished, and if you get a hold of a better PC to run,
or something else,
then
I'll send. So try a recent demo.
Yeah, that might actually be something fun to look into.
I've heard nothing but praise about is for it.
How it pretty much improves every single aspect of the gameplay.
Because I guess in a way this is it's what the game could have been. And well, that's neither here nor there. Either way, oh God, I've been talking for. Oh God, I've been
talking for nearly 3 hours now.
Holy shit! If I remember, my old tier list, my old Sonic tier list was this was nearly 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's
to be fair, you did it talk about two smaller tier lists for half an hour, and then spent the rest of the remaining over 2 hours is giving having miniature reviews of Sonic, of Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic 06.
But yeah, either way, the only game that isn't ranked here
is Heroes. It'd probably go in a low tier,
maybe E or F if I had to.
But like, you just couldn't bring yourself to face it.
I just can't.
The level design just felt way too frustrating.
Mainly just the mechanics.
The mechanics were too frustrating.
It was really just felt really tedious.
Yeah.
Listen, Tails Adventures is not.
Shouldn't count because it's so fundamentally different from everything else on this list. Just in terms of gameplay.
And don't worry, when Superstars comes out, I'll update the. I'll release. I guess again and I'll do a video on it. I'll give my thoughts on Superstars when it comes when I play it. Or once I've played it. And say where it would go on my list. And where it would go on my list, and on and where its special stages fare. But yeah, either way, I think that's all I've been rambling for nearly 3 hours. So I think that's really all I have planned for this month.
So I think so I guess what this is say about this is, here's hoping Sonic X Superstars and I guess its special stages too score high on this list.
Yeah. In terms of what's next on this channel, well, it's about time we still have some unfinished business with a certain series we did with a certain series from 2 years ago. We still have some unfinished business to take care of. So we'll see you next month.
See you next month, potentially with our usual guest, Mr. Round. And you know who you are if you're watching this.
We'll be doing this on a very infamous day on the
on this channel.
July 13th.
Yep.
That being said, I'm Nozaran.
And I'm Emery. And bonjour, my wonderful viewers. See you in the next video.